and welcome to Bryant's virtual art room. My name is Miss Badilli, or Miss B, as most of you guys already know, and I am so excited to get creative with you this quarter. Before we can jump into our art making experience, however, we need to go over some of my rules and expectations. I like to keep them very simple. They are art. A-R-T. So A stands for aim for your best and aim to do right. When we are learning online, it is super important for us to work in a quiet and clean space. As you can see here, I have a space in my house that I use just to do my art making and art teaching. I have any supplies that I need right behind me and ready to go. I have a nice big table that I'm working on so I can spread out my stuff. I know not everyone can do that, but if you can, that's the best way for us to be working. I also try my hardest to keep my space clean. It's a little bit difficult, but I do my best. So that way I'm not losing all of my stuff as I'm working. The next letter is R. Respect yourself, your friends, and the art room. So the art room looks a little bit different while we're online, but something that's important to remember is that we want to minimize distractions around us. So that means we want to make them as small as possible. When I'm home, sometimes there are other people moving around, and I try my best just to let them know I'm trying to work right now. Can you please keep it down? I also have 2 artist assistants who sometimes distract me, and you guys are probably going to get to know them. I actually have one of them. Ooh, I got 2 of them right here. The first one is Miss Dana Scully. She likes to be in front of the camera. A lot of times you'll see her crawling around in front of my computer screen, but I try to tell her that I'm working and I need to stay focused. My other artist assistant is Mr. Fox Mulder. He also likes to distract me, but I think that they like to make art. They like being around while I am making art, and I'm sure they will offer us some help sometimes. But I do try to tell them, please leave me alone while I am working because it's really important for me to stay focused. The other thing that's important to remember when thinking about the letter R in art, so respecting ourselves, our friends, and the art room, is using Zoom appropriately. I know that we've been using Zoom for a couple of months now, so we're pretty familiar with it, but I thought it may be a good idea to just go over it with you guys. The first thing that's really important to remember is that if we are not speaking, we need to remember to keep our microphones on mute. So all you need to do is click on the little microphone in the corner, and it'll put that red slash through it. And that's how you know that no one else can hear what's going on in your background. How am I going to know that you got a question or you want to answer my question if I can't hear you? It's really simple. All you need to do is raise your hand. So when you raise your hand, I can call on you and ask you to unmute. And then it is the appropriate or right time to click that mute button. And then, as long as that red line isn't through it, we all can hear you. What if I don't feel comfortable talking out loud to class on Zoom? That's a really good question. The other option for us to communicate and participate in our classroom is to use the chat box, which I have over here. As you can see, all you need to do is click on the chat button. Oop, made it go away. And type your answers or your questions or your comments into here. And hit enter. And then we can all see what you wanted to say. Let's just remember to keep our comments and whatever we type into the chat box respectful. Okay. And the last letter is T. trust in yourself and your ability to learn. Learning online is really difficult. And I know that it's not the easiest thing for most of us, but we're going to work together and get through it. As long as you are able to follow these simple rules, you're going to have an awesome time and you're going to be super successful in art class.